If God is all loving, if God is all powerful, then how does one explain the existence of evil? I mean, why would there be natural disasters? Why would there be calamities? Why would there be war? Why would there be plagues? This is a question that has plagued mankind since the very beginning of human history. I mean, the earliest ancient Greek philosophers have written about this throughout centuries. Jewish philosophers, Christian philosophers, Muslim philosophers, and theologians, they've all grappled with the same problem. This is not a new question. It's an age-old question, but it comes up over and over and over again. And so much has been written, so much ink has been spilled, so many volumes have been written. I mean, obviously, I can't answer this question thoroughly in a few-minute video. In fact, even in a detailed class. Nonetheless, Muslims should know what is the Islamic response to this question. And there are a number of responses that our theologians have given. And of course, we'll talk a lot about this a lot more in my upcoming class. But in a nutshell, we believe that there is no such thing as pure evil. As Muslims, we believe there is no such thing as pure harm. Whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created is either purely good or it has some good and some evil in it. And whatever Allah wills, the good will eventually outweigh. There's going to be benefit in that harm. And a simple example of this is, how are you going to be kind when there's nobody to show kindness to? How are you going to be generous when there's nobody to be generous upon? We also believe that one of the problems that people have when they look at quote-unquote evil is that they neglect that they're not taking into account the hereafter. That if you were to weigh the harm in this world or the pain in this world with the blessings of the hereafter, our Prophet ﷺ very explicitly said that the one who's patient when a calamity happens to him and he sees the reward on the Day of Judgment, in fact, he will wish that a bigger calamity happened to him in this world. So the good that will come from the patience, from believing in Allah, from turning to Allah, and the reward that Allah Himself will give far outweighs the pain that will happen in this world. As well, there's one fundamental difference when people compare what Allah is doing to what a person does. For example, one of these new atheist philosophers says that a God who causes tsunami waves and kills 1,000 or 1,000,000 people or so many people, imagine if a man did this, how evil would this man be? Well, then they extrapolate that and they say, therefore, astaghfirullah, they say God's actions are also evil if there is a God. The point is there is no God because of evil. That's their perspective. And the response to this is very simple. You cannot equate Allah with a man, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the creator, and the creator has the right to do what me and you don't have the right to do. The one who created us out of nothing, the one who owns and controls us, he has rights and privileges that no other human being can possibly have. And that is the fundamental difference. You cannot make an analogy between God and man, because Allah is the creator, and the creator has the right and the privilege and the laws that his creation does not have. And that is one of the fundamental differences. Allah says in the Quran, لا يسأل عما يفعل وهم يسألون. No one has the right to challenge Allah in what He does, whereas Allah will ask us what we have done. And there are many, many other responses we're going to give, inshaAllah ta'ala, in my upcoming class, no doubt. I hope to see all of you there. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.